It's been a shockingly long 15 years since the last time we got a brand new Super Mario Strikers game. The last iteration from Next Level Games was on the Wii, and was arguably one of the most stable, robust online games on the Wii, and an easy fan favorite for owners of the console. Almost 2 decades later, the series continues with Super Mario Strikers Battle League, improving upon the online multiplayer with a brand new ranking system that truly brings the series to a new era of online multiplayer. There isn't really a story here, so we're just jumping right into the gameplay. Starting this game, you'll quickly realize it's a little bare bones, a thought I found myself thinking throughout writing this review. Glancing over the main menu, you have access to Quick Battle, Cup Battles, Strikers Club, and your gear settings. The Quick Battle is pretty self-explanatory. It quickly gets you into a match, whether it's locally against AI, with friends on a single or multiple consoles, or online multiplayer. If you're just looking for a quick pickup game, then Quick Play is perfect. It usually gets you in a 10-minute match right away. Cup Battles are the closest thing to a traditional story mode for this game. They're set up as tournaments where you play against AI-controlled teams, with each cup leaning towards a specific type of strategy. The Cannon Cup, for example, focuses on teams that are better at shooting, while the Turbo Cup focuses on characters that are fast. It's fun for a bit, but after a while I quickly realized besides the different team makeups between each cup, there's nothing really making each cup feel all that unique. The character roster in itself is already pretty small at only 10 characters total. For reference, the previous installment on the Wii featured 12 characters, so not only do we not have much of a story mode here, but we have even fewer characters than we did before. It just seems like an odd omission in what should have been the best installment in the series, at least content-wise, instead now feeling a bit shallow. Strikers Club is by far the most important update with this installment. Friends can create clubs, invite friends to join them, and battle it against other clubs in ranked matches. It's a well-welcome addition to the Mario Strikers series that easily makes this one of Nintendo's better attempts at competitive online multiplayer. In practice, I found the game mode to run quite well, and the process of creating a club quite seamless. Now, as you play the various game modes, you'll earn coins for participation, and it's in this last gear settings option where you can equip it. Each character has different stats broken into strength, speed, shooting, passing, and technique. The equipment you add to your character modifies those stats even more, allowing you to modify your character to your liking. It's not a full-on RPG, but the addition is appreciated. Plus, you can make your characters look pretty cool. During actual gameplay, Mario Strikers Battle League will be very familiar to anyone that's played the prior games in the series. You can run around, pass, shoot, dodge, and steal the ball. Of course, your actions depend on whether you're on offense or defense, but the controls are easy to pick up despite Strikers having a pretty robust mechanic system. Items are scattered across the field, and they appear anytime you tackle an enemy. That's a trade-off for playing dirty. You might steal the ball and score a goal, but at the cost of the enemy getting a red shell that could cost you the match later on. It's a fun way of balancing out the risk and reward. Every once in a while you'll find these orbs that'll grant the team that collects it the ability to perform their signature shot. These shots require a full charge shot following a little mini-game of timing the shot correctly. These moves are spectacles to behold and are even more fun to execute perfectly. Scoring one of these instantly earns you 2 points rather than the usual 1 as well. While they were fun to use, they did make me wish that human players could control the goalies, as they're equally as smart as much as they are dumb during matches. It's a real 50-50 coin toss. With that said, what is impressive is how you can play with a total of 8 players locally on a single console. This makes playing this on the go or with friends with a whole party a lot more fun and accessible. While the content is admittedly a bit shallow, the replayability, especially with how accessible it is with your friends, makes this a fun package to play. Next Level Games has always had the knack for getting the most out of the console they're working on. They last worked on Luigi's Mansion 3, arguably one of the best looking games on the Nintendo Switch. That streak continues with Super Mario Strikers Battle League. Compared to prior games, Battle League is more vibrant and colorful and just saturated overall. Charged and the original GameCube release were beautiful, but were darker and also more contrasted in their visual presentation. Battle League, much like Luigi's Mansion 3 before it, is animated beautifully with characters filled with personalities and stylistic cutscenes for the special shots. In terms of performance, in dock mode you can expect a 1080p 60fps performance with a consistent frame rate during gameplay. It's especially impressive when you realize you can play up to 10 players local co-op with a single Joy-Con. Portable mode runs at 720p, also hitting that 60fps target. The only time I ever saw a consistent frame rate dip was during the introduction cutscenes right before a match. These cutscenes look beautiful, rivaling what we saw in Luigi's Mansion 3, but they're rendered at 30 FPS and are also prone to dipping to as low as 23 FPS. The pacing just seems a bit off, but luckily the gameplay frame rate is paced a lot better and enjoyable, both as a handheld game and in dock play. I need whatever they put in this composer's coffee because man, this soundtrack goes hard. We've had rock renditions of Mario songs before, but Strikers Battle League is on a whole new level with these tracks. The guitars in these songs are shredding consistently. They're so darn catchy and fit the vibe of a competitive sports game so well. The overworld theme here is amazing alongside the different themes for each of the characters. If you've ever wondered what it'd be like if Mario got the Splatoon soundtrack, this is it, and it's phenomenal. Super Mario Strikers Battle League improves upon a lot of the great online multiplayer elements that the series previously featured. Now on the Switch, the online multiplayer seems a lot more robust to the extent that I'd love to see similar team ranking systems come to other Nintendo titles like Splatoon 3. Unfortunately, it feels like the single-player content took a backseat with this entry, and like a lot of Nintendo's recent sports games, and in general with their multiplayer games, this title is dependent on you having a dedicated group of friends to play with online or locally, because the offline content just becomes repetitive rather quickly. That's not to say that the gameplay loop isn't fun, because I enjoy playing through the Battle Cups. I just wish there was some variety between them that made playing through them feel somewhat different. Super Mario Strikers Battle League is great, but in what it excels in, it also lacks in other categories when it could have easily been the best entry in the series in terms of content.